When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So LSU's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Quick release by the QB. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has its first opportunity of the day. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quick pass on the jet motion. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. The play action fake. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives him another 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. LSU quick to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about... There he goes! Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to...
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know the offense is going to come out trying to get this guy the football, right? He's their best receiver. He's their best receiving target. Great job on defense knocking that one away.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for space. It's Berry. Got enough for the first down. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Hubbard. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Offense gets set for second down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires to the big fella. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Gets it out quickly. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Fitted in the window for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They go to the counter. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Let's go. Thomas back to pass. He lets one fly deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Here we go. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got him. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Thomas looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown Gamecocks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. Past the first down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And the defense was not ready for that at all. You see a guy go in motion, you got to have a thought process now as a safety to start coming down, getting ready to make a play on that jet sweep. I would not be surprised if the offense, after getting that first down, says, okay, we're going to come back to this, and maybe several more times in this football game.
Using his legs, it's Berry. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Thomas back to pass. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Finds his big tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's caught.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bringing the heat. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Thomas looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for room. It's Berry. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try the run. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Thomas back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air, it's Holstein. Here's a heat. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Thomas looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Gamecocks need to pick it up on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
Using his legs, it's Berry. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best...
Turning it on! Headed to the end zone, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. Finds a man in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, what a move to get open.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Thomas back to pass. Finds his tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And here they come, almost all the way back. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 25 to Buffalo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. There he goes. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think and put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got...
Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Thomas looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Looking for room. It's Berry. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Might be changing the route. Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Thomas back to pass. Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Wide open, he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. And the Gamecocks getting set on first and 10. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the comeback is on.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tigers enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Throws toward the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Looking for the 2-point try. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got his man quickly. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they stretch that lead to 16. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Thomas looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here's the pressure. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. After this, it'll be a wrap. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
South Carolina, 34.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so